welcome to video 2 of our foundational flow. In this video, we are going to completely break down a Sun A. We'll go through it a few rounds so you can link it breath to movement, and then we'll kind of leave the class in a nice seated pose to cool it down and bring it all back towards heart center. So when you're ready, let's step right to the top of our mat. So for the Sun A pose, I'm going to break this down from standing all the way through our chaturanga. With this standing pose, I want your hips to be, or your heels rather, to be in line with your hips. So make sure that stance is about hip distance apart. Active through your knees. So that kind of just means like lifting up through the knees, lifting up through the thighs. You'll find that your pelvis goes up, your tailbone sinks down slightly. We're setting up for our mountain pose. So once you have that activation, slight activation there through your glutes, you're going to roll your shoulders away from your ears. Let your palms face the top of your mat. Don't try to eliminate the shifting, anything like that. If anything, sway with your own natural rhythm, sway with that own natural distribution of your weight. Now do come back to that breath there. Lift through the inner arches of your feet. That shoots right up through your thighs, right up through your chest. If you haven't done so already, close your eyes or gaze down the bridge of your nose. I want you to stand with some confidence, so you stand with some integrity here. Puff up through your chest. Remember, you are strong, you are worthy, you are capable of anything that you set your mind to. You're capable of trying new things, leading with an open mind. And just give yourself some grace with this practice, with life in general, right? Use this mountain pose as a way to really give yourself some love, give yourself some self-care, solidify being on your side. Now with our Sun A's, we will link breath to movement, but this first round we are going to go much slower just so we kind of know what's going on. So when you're ready, listen to my cueing here. You're going to inhale your hands up nice and high. Let your gaze follow, let your palms kiss this first round. So when you stand up, we want to find this nice big reach. So stomp into the ground with your feet, but find that lightness through your arms. Big breath in. Now as you exhale, bend your knees, lead with your chest, and we're going to fold all the way down. Find a nice fold. Keep that bend in your knees if you need to. And then on your inhale, we halfway lift. So your hands will find your shins. Nice flat back is what you're always aiming for here. And now as you exhale, fold it back down. This time your hands find the mat. We're stepping it back to a plank pose. So you can find your traditional plank pose like you see here, or you can always find any modification as well. So whichever one works for you works for me. I'm going to show you how to do the chaturanga in both variations. So if you're still in this like more specific plank pose, you're just going to lower all the way, or lower halfway down, elbows come in towards your ribs. And then if you are in the plank pose, and I'm sorry, I know y'all are holding this, but I'll be super fast. If you're in this plank pose, you're doing the same exact thing, okay? Same exact thing. So when you're ready, on an exhale, find your halfway lower. On an inhale, you untuck your toes, your thighs are lifted. We call this upward facing dog. Pull your chest through, slight bend of your elbows, let yourself sway. If this is not capable, or if you're not capable of doing that, it's not like in your realm, that is okay too. Look what I just did. I just brought my thighs on down. That is the same thing, okay? So this is your breath in. And then as you exhale, you tuck your toes. Either those knees are already lifted or you lift your knees. And we come back to a down dog. So when you find these Sun A's, you definitely want to give yourselves a couple deep breaths in this down dog before going to that next round. Just again, to check back in, to see what's going on, to just make sure you feel good. You have your breath, your thoughts are gone, your movement is fluid, right? Now, when you're ready, we'll do a couple more rounds here, breath to movement. And that can mean you're slower or faster than me, and that is totally okay. And then we'll cool it down here with a seated pose. So now that we've kind of broken down that Sun A, let's link that together. From this down dog, you inhale your heels up. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands find your shins or your thighs. Exhale, folds. Now bend your knees as you root to rise. This time we bring it all the way up. So we've been here once before. And as you exhale, your hands come through heart center. Let your next inhale bring those hands up nice and high. And as you exhale, hinge and folds. Sticking with your pace, inhale, halfway lift, hands find your shin, flat back. Exhale is your plank pose, and this entire exhale helps you break down that vinyasa. That's your chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Stick with me here. Let's do 2 more rounds. When you're ready, inhale those heels up. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, think nice flat back. Exhale, folds. Root to rise, bend your knees, reach up nice and tall. Exhale those hands right through heart center. And this time as you inhale, those hands go up nice and high. Lead with your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift, think nice flat back. This exhale helps you break it down. I'll do it on my knees here as well, so you can see that if that's what you're doing. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Let's find 2 deep breaths here again. Let that all settle in. Breathe in, fill up, lengthen out. Exhale, let it go. 1 more breath in this down dog. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Now this time as you inhale, let your heels go up nice and high. As you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Beautiful work. Our last round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Now root to rise. Bring those arms up nice and tall. Grab something new. Exhale right through heart center. Big breath, big reach up. Exhale, hinge and folds. Halfway lift, find that breath. As you exhale, walk it back to that plank pose, whichever variation you're doing. Lower halfway down. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now stay in this down dog with me. Let's find 5 deep breaths. Breathing in, filling up. Exhale, let it go. Couple more, just as you are, doing great. Beautiful. This breath in, go ahead and raise those heels up nice and high. As you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. From the top of your mat, cross your ankles, have a seat. We're coming all the way down. And you stay at the top of your mat. I'm just going to kind of show you what we're doing here. So I'm going to leave you today in a butterfly pose. Kind of a great way to let that all settle back in, let your hips open up, let yourself feel grounded again. So let your soles of the feet come together. Your heels can be really close towards your thighs, or they can be closer towards the top of your mat. Thumbs will find the inner arches of your feet. That's going to help you pull your chest through as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold on down, round through your spine. Allowing yourself to stay here. You can even like shake your head a little bit left or right. Or you can always just stay still and breathe. And you stay here for as long as you would like to. You can always kind of even turn this into a wide-legged forward fold as well. But I do, of course, want to thank you for joining me today. And I hope to see you for our other 2-part series as well. You can even kind of turn this into a wide-legged forward fold. No. Now, as mentioned, I'm going to leave you here in this butterfly pose. Stay here for as long as you would like to. I thoroughly hope that you enjoyed the first 2 videos that we have presented for our foundational flow, and I hope you enjoy the last 2 coming up as well. And if you like kind of my teaching style and kind of like what I've presented to you, please find me on socials, April_Yoga. That's my Instagram. I would love to connect with you all a little bit more as well. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on your mat here soon. Peace.